My grandfather was always baffled by how it was possible for such an educated and beautiful country to submit to Nazi rule. How is it possible that one maniac can turn these people into a nation of murderers? I cannot believe it's 2017 and I'm seeing the same hateful rhetoric that killed my family. I was raised with the refrain of never again as a constant reminder to speak out against hatred and act before it's too late. Never again is now.
No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA! No Nazis! No KKK! No fascist USA!
Nazis who are rallying down at the reflecting pool, claiming that they're here for their free speech rights. But what do we know about hate speech? Hate speech leads to hate violence. Hate speech leads to hate action. Hate speech is not free speech. Here in the DC area, we saw on May 20th the murder, the lynching, if you will, of Richard Collins III by a racist. And most recently, here in the DC area, we saw the tragic murder, the hate crime, the hate killing of Nabra Hassanin as she was breaking her fast for Ramadan. I don't think there's any other way to call what happened to Nabra anything other than a hate crime. We must oppose racism, and we must oppose bigotry, Islamophobia, transphobia, LGBT hatred. We must take those on where we see them. Sometimes that's on public transit. Sometimes that's in our workplace. Sometimes that's at Thanksgiving with the uncle who isn't actually that drunk. We have a duty to take that on, but I think we are stronger when we take that on collectively, when we take that on as a group. And that's why we have to get organized. Our side has to get organized to make that change. And that's part of what today is. Today is one of the first steps in organizing what I hope will be a broad and long-based movement here in DC to end racism, bigotry, Islamophobia.
When Muslim lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When refugees' rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When women's rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When black lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
Obviously, our opposition down there, the alt-right, the right wing, the neo-Nazis, the bigots, the KKK, the conglomerate of it all, they talk a lot about free speech right now. A lot of what they're doing is unfolding under the guise of being in support of free speech and against people who would oppose it, ostensibly. We need to evaluate if that's serious or not, and that's a simple thing to do. All one need do is listen to their speeches, go to their websites, look at their agenda. Where do they actually stand on free speech? Well, we know that what they really want, their ideal, is to take large segments of our society along lines of race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, and they want to take those people and...
I just want to say, hey, those guys down there, they're a bunch of losers. They're a bunch of lifeless, just nobody cares about them, so they take their anger out on other people. They're a bunch of losers. They need to get themselves together. I'm done.
That was a good interruption. That's a tough act to follow. So I'm going to go back to being boring. What I was saying was that what these guys really want is they want to take large segments of our society along the lines of race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and they want to subjugate those people. They want to deport those people. They want to incarcerate those people. They want to take these groups that they target and they ultimately want them gone or dead. So what's to be said about the free speech of all the groups of people that they target, right? So it's obvious they're not serious about free speech. What they want is a white ethno space. They want safe spaces for white racists.
What we're seeing down there is a fearful, shameful past. They're in the past, right? They're trapped in a history that doesn't exist anymore, that they want desperately to believe is real. What's real is here. This is the future. We have a choice now, as Americans. We have to decide whether or not we're going to be swept back into the past or move forward into a progressive future where we take care of each other.
So first, I would like to just make a statement that as a white Anglo-Saxon what these people are doing, I denounce white supremacy and shame on them. Shame on them. Shame on them. I grew up in a small town in Southern Virginia. I was taught in church as a child that Muslims were terrorists and that interracial relationships were wrong. America has never been great. It is a history of segregation, slavery, genocide, yes. America has never been great, but we can make it great if we can all come together in unity. The worst thing we could actually do is live in fear, which is what these people live in. They are afraid that one day America might not be white anymore. And I'm actually looking forward to it, you guys.
When women's rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When black lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When Muslim lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
Being from the town where Remember the Titans is from, being from this area where multiracial groups have always organized for the liberation from below, where people have fought tooth and nail for the rights that they deserve, we're here to say that we are not going to permit racists to come back into this community. We are here to say no more. We have power in numbers, we have power in our unity. And this is what scares them. This is why they come from out of town. This is why they have these airplanes that just bring them here, where they have no connection to the community. There is no other way to look at it, but this is a continuation of the same racist nonsense that the people have been fighting since the Civil War, since this country's inception, to fight for not an apartheid system, but a system for freedom for all. That's why I'm also in the International Socialist Organization, because I believe that democracy from below is the only way we're going to be able to fight this. As Fred Hampton said, you don't fight fascism with fascism. You don't fight fascism with capitalism. You fight fascism with socialism. You fight fascism with the power of the people.
Immigrants' rights are under attack. What do we do?